niggas talking about 100 men versus one gorilla. Man versus dog. Can we get 100 women versus accountability? Holy shit! That is one of the battles of all fucking battles. Shit! It's on camera anyway. Oh my God, what you gonna smack it again? What are you gonna do? Keep assaulting you. Keep assaulting you. I'm asleep. You going down.
But you need money, right? You're broke.
I'm taking all your money.
Money, right?
All your pennies.
All your money, right?
All your pennies. Nation, please don't touch my stuff no more. Please don't touch my stuff.
You can't do
Please don't
that
touch my
about
stuff.
it.
I can't?
No.
What you mean?
No.
It's my house.
She can't. If you see siblings that used to be close like this, but then they far apart now, like they don't really speak to each other, they ain't really got no relationship no more like that. Look at the mama. The mama, 9 times out of 10, that's the root cause right there. What a toxic, narcissistic mama does is they go to one of the siblings, talk about the other one, and then vice versa. She do the same thing with the sibling. And what that does is it starts to create that space. It starts to create that skepticism, that suspiciousness, like you start to look at them differently. They start to think about you differently. But a lot of times one of the siblings are still like, they getting out of the whole cycle breaking, the toxic mindset. They getting out of that and they starting to see the mama for who she truly is. So now the one that's starting to see the mama true colors, that's the one the mama really finna start turning on, and she gonna start favoring the one that she can easily brainwash. See, the one that see the mama true colors, she can't get over on that. The mama can't get over on her no more because she's starting to see straight through that toxicity. She can't brainwash her no more. And so she gonna go to the weak-minded one, the one who's not spiritually aware, the one that's still oblivious to the mama's tactics, to the mama being used by the enemy. Yeah, she still don't know. So that's the one the mama gonna go to smear the other one's name, tell lies on, make up stuff about. See, the toxic narcissistic mama need those enablers, those flying monkeys. She need that support system. Mind you, y'all know the enemy gotta team up. He gotta have his little spawns, his little imps, his little minions to team up against one child of God, one chosen one. That's that sibling that came to her senses, that's in her right mind, that she can't brainwash no more. That's the chosen one. That's the child that's always been treated differently. That's the black sheep of the family. That's the one that's choosing to break them generational curses. So now the mama got everybody around her, everybody in cahoots with her to team up against that one child. Now everybody looking at that one sibling like she crazy, like he is crazy. Why? Because this sibling does not think like everybody else in the family. This sibling is different than everybody else in the family. That sibling can see things that other people can't see in the family. So they labeling you as crazy, as something wrong with you. You need help. All the stuff that you remember happening in the family, when you say something about it, they completely flip it on you like none of that ever happened. So since that one child is not under their mind control no more, can see clearly now, is actually thinking differently and moving differently from the rest of the bloodline, the rest of the family, now they all turn on that child. That's when that separation happens. That's when that separation occurred. That separation between them two siblings that used to be like this. That's why they ain't got no relationship now. It all started with the mama. And then it started with the mama getting in everybody's ear and brainwashing everybody else. Everybody else getting in cahoots with that mama. And so everybody is against that one sibling because don't nobody else got no mind of their own. That sibling, that one child, that black sheep of the family, that's the only one that got a mind of their own. That's the one that they can't brainwash. That's the one that they can't control no more. So now, in order for that one sibling to be successful, to not be attacked all the time, that sibling, that child has to walk away from everybody. That child got to go pursue their own life, got to go do their own thing, something completely different. And if that child tries to go back around these people, that child is going to see more of those people's true color. So it all started with that toxic mama. So 9 times out of 10, it all started with that narcissistic mother. And another thing, she don't want those two siblings to ever be close now that they are adult. Why? Because they're gonna find out who she truly is. Or should I say, the sibling that's already seeing her for who she is gonna educate the other sibling on who she is. And now both of them siblings are close again, and they don't fool with a toxic mama. That is how the enemy works through the mother to separate the children. She'll turn the entire family against that one child because ain't nobody got no mind of their own. Ain't nobody willing to sit down and get to know that black sheep. When they show you whose side they are on, move accordingly. Go no contact with your toxic family. I promise you it's going to be the best thing you ever did. The truth going to come out eventually though. You ain't got to do nothing. Keep moving forward.
Ladies, listen up. This video's for y'all, but fellas, listen to this too. Women create players. Women are the reason why players exist. No man is just born a player. At the age of 10, they're not thinking, I'm gonna turn into the biggest player I can when I hit 21. No, they're thinking about Legos. They're thinking about NASCAR. They're not thinking about that. Reason why players exist or fuck boys exist is because women create players. In simpler terms, these women be breaking these heart. They be breaking these niggas' heart. Blatantly said they breaking these niggas' heart. Usually these playboys were lover boys, certified lover boys. Back in their day, they used to show love and affection, used to be probably a one-woman type of man, but then they stumble upon a girl that makes them have to show out, makes them have to step out, and then they're like, all right, fuck women from now on. I'm finna go on my revenge tour and have multiple women. Fuck just dating one. I'm gonna have multiple. And that's how it all starts. It's a cycle. And women, y'all need to stop breaking these men hearts. We don't need any more fuck boys on the street. We really don't. It sucks in the dating world, so we don't need no more fuckboys on the street. We need marriage material men out here on the street. Because if we keep putting more fuckboys out in the street, a lot of y'all women gonna end up single. And a lot of y'all gonna end up dying alone.
Buy a dog, die alone.
That's the stone cold truth. Y'all keep turning these good men into fuckboys. Y'all women are gonna end up dying alone because these men are just gonna pump and dump you and go from one woman to the next, to the next, to the next, and not actually have to cuff you.
You are 5'2". What do you even need a man that's over 6'4" anyway? Now let's talk about it, because that's why that man got on that podcast and said that he's a top tier, high value man because he's 6'5" and makes over $100,000 a year. It's time to start dating outside of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone has gotten you nowhere. It's time for us to start emphasizing the things that actually matter, like his moral compass, who he comes from, where he comes from, the type of men that he has in his life and how they treat the women in his life. You need to see if he has a provider mentality. What's his career path looking like? Is he ambitious? Is he driven? Y'all have emphasized the wrong stuff so much that now these men think that all they have to be is 6'5" and make over $100,000 a year to be a top tier man. And that's nobody's fault but yours. You can't get on here, keep complaining about the dating pool being terrible when you've only dated within this one marginalized group of men.
Ladies, listen.
The masculine woman.
Tell us the truth!
Really? If I was with a guy, I couldn't be with a masculine man because I'm masculine. So if I was to find the guy that just so happened, you know what I'm saying, it just connects and that's just what's meant for me. I would really want him to be feminine. I would want him to shut the up and cook and clean and do all that type of shit. I feel like that's cool. Like, okay, it works. We balanced. Is he gay though? If he likes that? Maybe he is. She.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he is. She. I wouldn't mind that either.
I don't know.
Wait. What exactly are these women in these scenarios doing?
Fellas, if you dating a girl and you finally decide to go around her family and ain't nothing but women, that's your sign to run. Okay? Her mama don't got no man. Her grandma don't got no man. Her great-grandma don't got no man. The aunties don't got no man. The friends don't got no men. Nobody, the guy's sister don't got no man. The best friends don't got no man. Ain't nothing but women. Run. Don't stick around and get her pregnant, because them women got mouths on them. Don't no men want to be bothered with them. Nobody got no.
Y'all bitches talk about women's rights.
will start treating you equal once we see you women right. And for me to say you did, I said y'all talk.
Don't take my baby, please. Don't take my baby. Don't take my baby. Oh, this is all I got. This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I just want my baby. And no one's listening because no one's in the courtroom. I'm not doing anything illegal. Baby, I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? My Shayla, congratulations. Oh.
What's up, family? How's everybody doing tonight? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the night, y'all? What's the goal every night? Man. Hold on real fast. Real quick. Whoever has this man tied down, the luckiest woman on earth. You hear me? It's a good man right here.
He's my guy right here. That's my guy. That's my guy.
I'm serious. That's a good man right there. I love that man. Somebody to smile. Make sure you smile, y'all. Big facts. Just sitting here reminiscing and thinking, you know, thinking about men and women and how unbalanced life is because of emotions, because we're triggered because of how we was taught and how we was raised. When we clearly know what was right and what's wrong, yet we still do the wrong things. But expecting different results. Expecting Jesus to be in your life. When Jesus has always been here. He's always been himself. It's always been within you. You know, I'm talking to an old friend of mine tonight and getting them to this understanding of how their parent, their mother, kept them possessed, kept them in bondage. Realizing that a lot of women, men too, are going through this because of our mothers. You know, and there's nothing to knock against mothers at all. They tried their best, but they wasn't at this understanding of life. Not like how things are today. We're able to, you know, get messages from through the internet a lot quicker, where, you know, back then it was letters that had to be passed on and you had to see somebody. You know, so they wasn't taught right. It was taught wrong. I'm a witness to that. But now, there's a whole different understanding of life and realizing how the Most High always been working through me. He always been watching over me. That I'm special, that I'm gifted, that I have a purpose. And that was to break this generational curse that's within my family. You know, not everybody's going where I'm going, but the ones that are, they'll be at this awakening with me. The ones that's not, I got to give them up to this reprobated mind that they have. This world is corrupted. Good, bad is good. They tell you in the movies, do things backwards. Don't listen to things as they tell you. It's all lies, it's projection, it's manipulation. None of it is real. Meaning, it's material things. It's not of the Most High. It's not valuable. It's not important like you think. And a lot of y'all are caught into the money and the manipulation, the power. Women got to get to this understanding of the curse of Eve and having that power. There's consequences to that. You lose your feminine and you gain masculine energy. This is why it was important for men to be out there working. Because we can withstand all of that. We can take in emotions with logic. Most men can. But for women, y'all emotional creatures. Therefore, you're going to be in your emotions. And if you already not at this understanding of self, you're already a triggered person. You're a triggered demon already in you. You're possessed. This is why it's been hard for you to know the truth from lies. It's because when you're possessed, you're going to always be stuck in the lies to keep you under possession. But if you chosen, you have a purpose, God give you this discernment to use, your logical sense, your spider senses, you got to start using that. That's your Christ conscious. Tapping into that third eye and not tapping into your emotions, giving into your sins, giving into your flesh. So many people are giving into their flesh. So many men gave into their flesh being a whoremonger. I was one of them. But I had a good heart. There's a lot of men that's like that. They're not that this understanding of self or who they are because we was never taught. We was taught the opposite. Go out there and smash. Smash as many women as you can, not realizing we making y'all adulteresses. Doing it. This is why I believe in polygyny. I did not know it was a word, but you take in a woman, a man, having multiple wives or concubines. That was the whole point of life, so that men can procreate. Women being a helpmate to a man. Why? Because God is seeking through the man. The woman's supposed to seek God through the man. Help the man get to his purpose. Give him seed so he can procreate. But we're not at this understanding. We're so selfish. Why? Because they taught you monogamy, the opposite of polygyny. They tell you polygamy is a sin. Guess what? So many people are living like that. So many women thinking they can just go out there and do whatever they want and not reap the consequences. Not realizing you messed up your whole mental. Why? Because you lost all of your Christ conscious. And you're full of nothing but bitterness and hurt. And you feed that. Every time you become that succubus, you need energy off of other people. We're not teaching our kids this. You know, I went to my daughter's volleyball game tonight and watching all the kids and them dealing with emotions, and you got little babies crying and you got mothers in the crowd and, you know, they just not caring. They're on their phones, they're not paying attention to their kids while their kids looking at them. That's an emotional connection that they're not connecting with, not paying attention, too busy at work, not there. I mean, does it make sense? These are all things that's gonna trigger what emotions? But don't let me tell it, because again, like Yahuwah, I'm gonna be the bad guy. Speaking truth, I get it. It comes with the territory. It comes with the job of trying to get people to wake up and open up their third eye to this world. It's crooked. It is meant for you to mess up your spirit, your soul. So when you leave this place, you're really not going where you think. And you're gonna be upset when it's too late. Gotta get over the selfishness, y'all. You're causing your own sickness, causing your own dis-ease. Gotta wake up. With that being said, what's the goal for the day, y'all? Man, get somebody to smile. Make sure you smile. Big fat, y'all. Y'all have a blessed, highly favored, and love night. Love you. Peace out.
These images they put out, this program that they put out, is fake. They want you to believe that this Yeshua was sent here from heaven by some magical white deity with a white robe on and a magic wand. And then the guy with the magic wand and a white robe said, you know what? These people, I know I'm omnipotent and I'm omniscient and I know everything, but I just can't seem to figure out how to make these people behave. So what I'll do is I'll kill my own son, and that'll teach them. Come on, man. You must unlearn what you have learned. For real? That's what we. And then in school we told that the Greeks have mythology, and then people go to Bible study the same night. Come on, for real. Are we being for real here? Come on, guys. We gotta stop. We gotta stop, man. We gotta stop this foolishness. And if you think you can call on Yeshua, you're just calling on a man. He told you the power is within you. And the kingdom of heaven is inside of you. He said, hey man, he said the same thing I'm telling you guys. Hey man, it's all on you now. You gotta come, and you gotta do, he said, you gotta do better works than me. That's what the Bible said. So all these people running around, these Christians running around, begging and pleading for all this stuff to happen, what the Bible said, you're supposed to do better than him. What he did, you're supposed to do greater works. So why are you not living in your power? Why are you not living in your power? Jesus wasn't a Christian. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Okay. Jesus was not a Christian. Christianity didn't exist until Jesus was long gone and dead. But the practice of understanding a Christ consciousness existed. and understanding what it meant to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, they called it Christ consciousness. It's an ancient text, deep antiquity. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Jesus, or really his name is Yeshua, is just one of many teachers of Christ's knowledge and wisdom. Okay? Yeshua was never sacrificed. In the Sinai Bible, which predates the King James Bible by almost 1,000 years, Yeshua was never sacrificed. Not only that, there's close to 10,000 mistranslations between the two Bibles. The King James Bible is heavily curated information. You want to get closer to the source, you got to get to the Ethiopian Bible, which includes the book of Enoch. That's the only Bible in the world that includes the full book of Enoch is in the Ethiopian Bible. And this book has been so often and so played with that the information is skewed and set up in a way which pure neuroscience. And when I mean, these people that put this together, these people have to be neuroscientists. This is what I'm telling you in my previous video from last week. Could the God of the Bible really be Satan? Well, the answer is yes. And the answer is, this is the person, and him and his nephew, Amun-Ra, curated this thing from the very beginning, how they wanted it to play out. So they can make you think that they were going to their demise, meanwhile they were leading you to your own demise, taking you completely off course and off track as to what the real meaning of the text actually is, by mixing a lot of truth with a little bit of lies, sprinkling right in there with some fabrication. Hell was added to the Bible by the Roman Catholic Church. Fire was added to the Bible in the 1600s Roman Catholic Church. The rapture was added to the Bible in 1835 by William James Darby, okay, added to the Bible. Then later it was a cliff note originally, a suggestion that he came up with on his own. But when some pastors had saw how much power it had over the people, it later made it into the canonized text. And now you got people running around talking about the Lord is coming to rapture me and take me back on this cloud and all this crazy stuff. That's just fabricated information that you didn't know about. Didn't exist. Heaven is here and hell is here. They're both in the same location. And what is your job and mission on this earth according to what I read in the Bible, from what I understand to be factual information? Your mission is to bring heaven to earth. Your mission is to create a divine outlook on what you think life is supposed to be and what it should look like, and how people should love one another, and how we should be all prosperous, and how we can utilize our knowledge and wisdom and combine that with our technology and everything else that we've learned, and love for animals and everything else, and how we can then project that consciously from a multidimensional platform of thought into a three-dimensional reality. And right now, until we figure it out, we're in hell. What these people don't realize is the voice that they're hearing in their head is their own voice talking to their own self.
How they control you. You gotta understand the things that you watch when you're watching these shows, and they're possessed by demons. What do you think happens to you every time you're triggered by your emotion? You're controlled by a demon. You have to get control of yourself. It's within you. It always has been. This is the voice that you have in your ears. Logic over emotion. This is the battle every time. But everybody that understands is cursing themselves, because that's the emotional part. And when you understand, there's nothing logical about that. You're not even thinking. You're going off of first impulse. And that's exactly how the demon within you works. The devil wants that, so he can see through your emotions. But I'm sure y'all have this battle in your head where you go, man, but that ain't right. That's logic trying to tell you something. We have hell within us and heaven. Good and bad. Yin yang. There's always a positive and a negative, and it's within us. But we keep making the bad decisions, the wrong choices. Going with what? First impulse, especially women. I hate to say it, but y'all know emotional creatures. This is why it's so important that y'all figure out emotions and how emotions work. Y'all on y'all periods every month. So y'all carry the devil within you every month. Think about that. And if you don't have control over that, you don't have control over yourself. You're a puppet. You're a slave to that demon within you. And that's how it works. It'll keep you as a narc, thinking, no, you know everything. Don't listen to what no one else is telling you. This is how it controls you. So you have the choice, but you got to get right. And like I said, a lot of y'all are not living right. So how can you expect life to be right? You got to do better.
When we stay the same, when you start off that religious mind, it sounds like some outside, deep, echoing, bellowing voice giving you commands. As you become more and more conscious, the voice morphs, and then the next thing you know, it's your own voice. And when you get to the point that you hear your own voice in your own head talking to you, because remember, you're not here. That's when you began to ascend to a higher level. That's the beginning of getting to the next level. That's the beginning. Because the brain does not create consciousness. I'm gonna say that again. The brain does not create consciousness. It downloads consciousness. And so people often ask me when I have these talks, do I believe that God exists? Yes. Yeah. Why? Because if you study quantum physics, you discover that we're living in a creation.